So another day, another CBPM video, because why not? Or CBMP? I'm second guessing myself. Whatever it is, we know what I'm here for, and it'll be correct in the video title, etc. But I was going to go out today and get some bits and pieces, and I'm still going to after doing this. But I had the thought about the supplies that you need when you're using cannabis products. I mean, especially if you are getting the dried flower. Because you can't just use the dried flower as is, especially if you're using it in a vaporizing device. You need to grind it and put it into the chamber or whatever. Now, for me, I don't want to have to clean out that chamber too much, if at all. I can probably get away without cleaning it for a while, because it came with these dosing capsules and a little magazine that holds 8. I put 7 in, so I know what the oldest one is, keep it in rotation. And I go anti-clockwise for some weird reason, don't know why. But obviously, to get them into this, I need to grind it, and I bought that filling kit that I might have mentioned in the last one, which is very zen and calm, and it actually came with a bigger grinder, which actually has a little clip-on, sort of twist-on, sort of collection tray, so you can tap off or brush off your material. But there's no holes for it to fall through. And that'd be useful. I don't want to have to keep teasing it out and being careful and not getting bits of cannabis all over my room, basically. So getting it from here to here is a bit of a challenge. And like I say, the grinder, it's good. It grinds it very well, but I need something that's easier to use. So I, went online. I was like, I think I know somewhere that will do what I want, that will supply these things. And I was like, when I'm grinding and, I'm knocking stuff off, my instinct, and probably a lot of people do this, your instinct, you see particulate matter of any type on something and you go, oh, I must get rid of it, and you blow it. This floor, I wouldn't be surprised if people could snort my floor and get high. There's probably that much cannabis that I've just blown off, because that's my instinct. I'm like, oh, well, it's fine. But so I got myself a tray, so at least I can collect all that and not lose all my stuff. But also, which was, to be honest, most, if not all of the reason I went, I just got the tray as an extra, I got myself this 4-piece grinder. Because, like I say, the one that I got with the filling kit, nice and big, really great. But it'd be nice if, with this, you've got the grind bit here, grind bit here, but you've also got holes. So with these holes, these wonderful holes here, the stuff will fall into this mesh here. And then, anything that's too fine, if you ground it a bit too vigorously, or sometimes, stuff just goes into really small particles, there's a little bit at the bottom that will collect all the little dust. And you can do with that whatever you would do with the dust. So it's a really good piece of kit, and I really like it. Haven't used it yet, because I got it after I last did my top-up of the magazine. But I can imagine this will make my life easier, because it's just a lot more simple. I don't have to faff about with the brushes. I mean, obviously I will clean it every so often, but I don't have to do that just to get my stuff.
Hi, it's me mid-edit. You can tell because the clothes are different. But I wanted to chime in, and rather than just add it onto the text crawl, I wanted to actually come out and say thank you for Patron number 2. It's taken a while to get here, but hey, I don't do this just to get rewarded financially. I do it because I want to. That's a bonus. And the fact that someone who, I've interacted with for a while has decided to support me is great. It's exactly what happened with my first one, and I'm appreciative to both of you. So, Sooks, Suki4040, Suki Van, all of those names, obviously you're still very much appreciated. But now, adding onto that list is Chief Mudbutt. And yeah, what better video for me to say those words than in the one about grinding my nugs. So yes, thank you very much, both of you. I won't do this every time. I did think about doing it, maybe start doing a narrated version, but because I sometimes record well in advance of when it goes out, stuff might change. I might have patrons to add, some might leave. So it's always going to be the text crawl, but I might occasionally, just go, hey, thanks, new guy, in this format. But anyway, back to the rest of me.
But the problem I have, and the reason for this video, is I shouldn't have to go to places that have to be careful with what they're marketing themselves as. They will say stuff like, we sell novelties and souvenirs and gifts, but it's that thing of, I'm selling it for this purpose on paper. What you choose to do with it once it's yours is your problem. This is how head shops exist in countries that don't have recreational cannabis use available. And I don't like that. I would like to have been able to go out today without having to go to some out-of-the-way head shop. I don't even know where the nearest one is that would probably do decent stuff. It's not something I've really looked at because there's stuff online, so why not? If I don't have to leave the house, great. But it would be nice if I wanted to go out to do shopping, I could just pop into a supermarket and pick up a grinder, for argument's sake. You know, it'd be really nice to have these kind of things available in an easier format, or, you know, even through the cannabis prescribers and things like that, or the pharmacies. If there was like stuff that they could offer, you know, like if you struggle with certain things. I mean, I know with mine, if you do struggle, you know, perhaps with like grinding stuff, if your hands are really bad, they can do it in like pre-filled little pouches that you can just pop in. I might try that at some point down the line to see how much easier it is, and, you know, this all might have been a pointless purchase. But getting back to the point of the matter, because it's me and when do I stay on topic, I really would like the facility to just go out to a shop and be able to pick these things up if I wanted to. But that's not going to happen until the law changes, is it? So, I don't know, maybe this is just a bit of a rant and a hope, but I'd like in a few years, the less the better, but the fewer the better, sorry, grammar. But I would like in a few years to be able to do a follow-up to this video and say, yay, I can go to any shop and just pick up supplies. It would be really nice, because alcohol's legal and it causes a lot more harm. I mean, I could go on a rant about that, but I'm not going to. This is about the supplies. The fact that even though they're marketed not as anything to do with this, it's still, they're tucked out of the way, they're not able to really advertise in the same way. And I would like better access. I love the fact that I can get a prescription. It is possible, you know, at the moment. We'll see what happens, but at the moment I can still do that. And I am thankful for that. But let's not have this as the end point. Let's move forward. And free access for all who want it. Why not? It doesn't hurt anywhere near as bad as other stuff. But that's what I'm going to say before I go on to another tangent, I'm sure. So thank you very much for allowing me to talk about that. And until next time, as always, take care.